everyone is freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like I knew they would.
Oh, yeah.
Like
yeah, they already were.
Yeah, they already were, yeah. They've been doing it for fucking 2 years.
Yeah.
Over a bunch of nonsense. This whole net neutrality thing is a very sensitive subject. It's a very complicated subject. One that I don't know if I want to get fully involved in because it's just so fucking complex. But
it's full of fucking screeching. Like it's nothing but autistic screeching on both sides.
Well, to be honest with you, it's fear-mongering on both. On both sides.
Oh yeah.
It's straight up fear-mongering. It's all hypothetical.
Yeah. On both.
Everything you say one side can do or whatever with the control of the internet is all hypothetical. See, back in the day, there was FCC and the FTC both regulated this, and anytime those cases that they like to bring up about throttling and shit, those cases were handled. I mean,
they were turned in. I don't know if they were handled. Like I don't know what happened of them. Like I don't know what came of them.
Well, nothing. That's the thing, though. Like this was all issued a couple years ago, and they claim it was, it was issued because of things like that, I guess. But people also don't look into this. People like to bring up Comcast and Netflix.
Yeah,
that's one of the biggest things you hear about this whole net neutrality thing. And there's so much more going on with that people don't want to talk about or don't want to actually read into more. I know that. We might get scrutinized for this, but it is all fear mongering. It really fucking straight is.
Absolutely.
The world is not going to end. The internet is not going to end with the end of net neutrality. It's just not going to. The fact that these providers are going to charge us for shit is absurd. Now I understand that it's a possibility, but the likelihood is almost as unreasonable as if someone told me that our internet's going to become like North Korea's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's unreasonable. That's silly.
And that's the argument on the opposite side.
Right. That's the possibility but it's all hypothetical.
Yeah.
There is no 100% guarantee they're going to do that just because you don't like or trust evil big corporations. We don't either.
Yeah.
But
that's the thing though is that people don't trust big corporations, and rightfully so.
Sure,
they've dug their own grave. But what bothers me the most about especially this generation is they're more afraid of corporations than they are big government.
I know. That's what...
Like, governments actually fucking murder people. Big corporations don't. They want to keep you alive so that you will spend more money.
Yeah, exactly.
The government will kill you if you cross them.
Yeah.
A corporation won't. I mean, they could.
They might. Other than maybe Big Pharma or something, but like that's...
They could send a hitman after you. I don't know, but...
Well, we're talking about way different stuff here. Like they're these are fucking ISPs. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're ISPs. I mean, I understand that there's a case to be made for those who feel like they're in a monopolized area, like with Comcast on the West Coast, that feel like they can't go anywhere else. And you do have limited options, if no other options, and that's unfortunate. However, you can control this.
Yeah.
I know that this is going to be a unpopular opinion, and I know that you're not going to like this or think this is popular or possible, but it is. The thing you can't do is you can barely fight the government. You can't unless you have enough of a collectivism. The one thing that's easier with a small amount of collectivism is corporations. You not paying for something is going to go farther with them.
Oh, absolutely.
Like just the greater half of Los Angeles not paying for it for whatever.
Oh yeah,
resisting would be
if half of Los Angeles quit paying, like stopped payment to Comcast.
Yeah,
they'd go under.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Immediately.
Like,
they're not going to allow it.
People need to start thinking of this.
They're going to be like, hey, we'll do whatever you want. Okay. Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. There's been cases in the past, and that's why they thought they needed to bring this upon. But it's still government regulation. It still costs money, and it's still government regulating something more. Where the people should be regulating this. The people should be regulating, not the government.
Well, and there's still, with this new, I guess, order. There's still, the FCC is still going to be, like watchdogging.
Oh yeah, the FTC needs to be a thing. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just like take the FTC out of it either. Like, there's a place for the FCC, and there's a place for FTC to make sure no one gets out of line, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand like where people. I understand where people are coming from when there's been cases in the past, but like there's literally things to stop that if done, and this is like 2014 internet. Everybody is not any fucking different than 2017 internet.
No, it was actually a little better, I think.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, and there's some
people back in 2014. I wasn't afraid to speak my mind on the internet. Well, now I kind of.
Well, there's a bit. It's funny because over the last 2 years, there's been the resurgence of fucking Gamergate and the PC thing, and people getting fucking in trouble on YouTube and demonetized and all kinds of shit. Like, that's been a real thing, and this has been under your little watchful fucking FCC eye.
Yeah.
That's your little fucking government saviors. And these are companies like Google and stuff that can do that. That's their fucking thing. But if you're so fucking worried about speaking your mind and your personal freedoms and what you can and can't access, then you can't stop there. Like, this should count for everything. Does it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you're upset about somebody potentially blocking you and your internet access, then you should be worried about what the fuck is going on right now.
Yeah.
And that's people who are getting demonetized. They're being taken off suggestion lists. They're being put on lists like adult audiences only lists for their content just because they don't agree. Like, they're doing that right now.
Yeah. Yeah, so, there's people that in the gun community, there's a lot of guys that make family-friendly videos about guns.
Yeah.
Like, like reviews and stuff.
Yeah.
They never say fuck. They never say cuss words. It's all family-friendly.
It's just gun stuff. I mean, it's just shooting guns.
But because it has guns in it, Google automatically puts it in the violence category. Yeah. And so then it gets demonetized and put in a adults only, which, I mean, adults only, I don't care. That's fine. Cause you gotta be an adult to buy a gun anyway.
Sure.
But demonetized for violence, man, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, people want to talk about, like, I had a guy tell me the other day that AT&T, and he brought up AT&T because that's what he has. And he, they're such an evil corporation, and he was praising Google. I'm like, man, I don't think you're getting it through your head that there's no difference.
No.
If anything, there's actually, AT&T is more upfront about what they want from you. They want your money. That's all they want. Google, they sit back and they're like, hey, we want to make the world a better place while we make billions and billions and billions.
You're over here worried about Comcast and AT&T, and then you're like, but you praise fucking Netflix and Google when they go to bat, when you think they're going to bat for you.
They're not going to bat for you. They're going to bat for themselves.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're wondering about the shenanigans that are going on, like what this means, why the FCC, you think there's a hidden agenda because the FCC is kicking this off, like they're kicking it back and taking less control of it, right? Obviously that makes sense. I mean, what the fuck's going on? Like, the government's relieving some power? Like, that makes no sense, right? But you can also ask yourself the same thing about, Google and them. Why are they supporting this?
Yeah.
Why are they supporting this? Because before...
Yeah.
I tell you why. It's because Netflix don't want to pay any more fucking money to the ISPs to use their service, and they claim that we don't have to charge our customers more. That's what they'll claim.
Yeah.
But they're gonna fucking do that anyway.
Yeah, they're already. See,
let me tell you something.
They passed this. They passed Title II, They passed Title II in 2015. Netflix's price has went up since then. So what's their fucking excuse there?
Inflation, maybe?
No, I mean, I know what it is. It's resources. Their price went up because they had to pay more for certain movies.
Sure.
To get
they're paying more. Plus, they're also
they're not going to lose their bottom line. Their bottom line is going to stay the same.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
They're going to charge you more.
Plus, they've got all these
whatever.
other TV shows too that the originals and stuff.
Them.
Oh yeah.
That's their bad.
Well, like I kind of don't blame the ISPs for wanting to charge them a little bit more for better
before
30% of your fucking bandwidth.
They were using 30% of the bandwidth.
Yeah,
for
like
Netflix,
and you don't want to pay, and you want to be paying what everybody else is.
30% of the fucking internet is used by Netflix.
Yeah, no, yeah. People want to think that Comcast was just throttling because they're evil. Like that's not.
They're not, and
Netflix is evil too. Like Netflix is a big corporation now.
They're all big corporations.
Yeah, Google is a fucking big corporation. They literally fucking have everything. Facebook listens to your shit. Like that's what's crazy.
I've seen people, and I'll name drop. I don't give a shit. I've seen people like Review Tech USA talking about how this is going to affect YouTubers. This is going to affect YouTubers. Okay, you've been making a living
off of YouTube
since 2000 goddamn 6, motherfucker. It's not going to fucking affect you.
No, it's not.
If it was going to, it would have affected you back then too.
Yeah. No, it's not going to affect shit. That's what I'm saying. Like they think that this is going to be some drastic change from 2014, and that we're going to just descend into chaos.
Well, it's all a big fucking just group jerk off.
It is
all it is. Oh well, this other, and I'm not, and I name drop you Review Tech. There's been times that I haven't liked him, but. As a whole, I do like his channel. I like most of his videos. For the most part. There's about half of them that I agree with. The other half I don't, because I think he does the same thing. He finds another YouTuber that he likes, and even if he doesn't actually agree, he's gonna say that he does because
they're getting views.
So I'm going to agree with them.
And we're going to go down the list of Kotaku and read the next article just to get some more content.
Hopefully we'll get reviews because people don't want to hear this.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Oh, I guarantee you we'll get some fucking hate for calling everybody, like, for disagreeing with 90% of the goddamn world.
But it's not that hard to see that putting more, like, okay, just like my last thought, like this is my biggest thought on net neutrality. You have every left-leaning person in America and half of the right-leaning people in America are for net neutrality. But all the left-leaning people, I don't understand why they would, they hate Donald Trump. They hate him with a fucking passion. They're burning businesses to the ground. They're fucking... They're having protests all the time against Donald Trump because they hate him. But they want to give him more power over them.
Yeah.
They want to give Donald Trump, the man they hate, control over the internet that they use to talk about how much they hate him.
Yeah.
What the fuck sense does that make?
Yeah.
That's lunacy.
You're actually mad. You're mad at Ajit Pai. You're mad at Donald Trump for all of this, and you want him to keep it now that you know. I'll tell
you what this is all about.
Well, here's the thing: they're misled. They really fucking believe that everything as we know it is going to end.
Yeah, for some reason.
And they're always changing the fucking argument. 1 minute it's the goddamn end of the world.
Yeah.
Then 1 minute it's this is what's going to happen. They can't make up their mind whether we're going to get blocked, whether we're going to get microtransaction to death, whether we're going to, start getting shit pulled, or whether we're going to get throttled, maybe all the above, and now it's like, this is not going to happen all at once. This is going to happen over many, many years, many, many months and years. And it was never about that. And it's never been about this. It's always actually been about what they're hiding that we don't know about, like what we don't know exists. Like, you see, you're just changing, like you do with everything else. You're just changing the fucking argument to make you sound like you know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't. Yeah. You don't fucking know. This is one of the very few cases. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks, dude. this is one of the very few cases where I actually believe that 90 goddamn % of the people do not know what the fuck they are talking about.
Yeah, no matter what.
No one is going to lose shit.
Yeah.
That's it. You're going to be fine. This is all fear-mongering.
Yep. Well, and I'll tell you why they're doing this, why they're taking it away, and that's because it was a campaign promise from Donald Trump. And love him or hate him, or just right in the middle, don't really care. He made certain promises on his campaign, and he has been doing them.
Yeah.
He's been following through with everything he said.
So far.
That,
For the most part.
you can falter him, but you shouldn't, because he's one of the only politicians that have gotten to be president that have actually followed through.
That's the problem. They didn't want him to do any of it.
You know, he said he was going to undo net neutrality. Mm-hmm. He said he was going to move the embassy to Jerusalem in Israel. What else did he do? I know there's like one or two more things that he's...
Well, he got the tax reform.
Oh yeah, tax reform. They're working on that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, here's the thing. I understand you don't trust Ajit Pai because he's been a former employee or head of Verizon or some shit, and that's perfectly understandable.
Yeah, but every head of the FCC has been a head of a company.
Exactly. And that's the thing too. Like, I don't understand why it matters now.
Well, and people, and like I don't care. I'm not a Republican. I don't have to justify this to people, but they did give Trump shit because he wanted to put somebody in charge of education that wasn't qualified.
Yeah.
Ajit is qualified to run the FCC, and now they want to give him shit because he used to run Verizon. He's fucking. That means he's qualified.
Well, here's the thing though. It depends on it works both ways. It depends on who you talk to and what it's about, and whether or not, like, this here is complete conspiracy against Ajit Pai because of his hidden agenda with Verizon, right?
Yeah.
This is their point. Okay, understandable. But they're going to shit all over everybody else's conspiracies when it comes to how they're working gun control, how they're working anything else. So, I mean, this is all, they can't even step back and realize it's all fucking double standard.
No.
It's all retarded.
Yeah.
This is all fear-mongering.
In today's day and age, everything is a double standard.
Oh, it is.
Everybody on the right wing wants
because politics are involved in literally everything now.
Exactly.
And it's retarded. Exactly. It's gotten out of hand.
Yeah.
And that's all this is. This is a way, they know the best way to do it is persuade, because people are going to bitch on the internet about it.
This is all about politics, but everybody's treating it like it's all about business.
Yeah. It's all about business.
It's not. And a good portion of it is business.
Yeah.
But it's not all business.
I don't understand why
it's mostly
we're
politics.
like live in a world where people actually think that we can't take on corporations, or that they're the most evilest. Like you're worried about monopolies.
I do it all the time. I do it all the time. If I don't like the way I'm being treated somewhere, guess what? I fucking leave there.
Yeah. Well, like I was saying, they want to. That's fine that you don't trust them, but you're worried about monopolies of these big corporations, and yet you want the internet to be under Title II. You want a monopoly on these things. You want it to
be the biggest
monopoly, which is the government. That makes no fucking sense.
Well, I got another little point here too.
They'll be forced to change something.
Because I've seen several arguments that this will shut down any small time internet based business, like the next Netflix. If there's if somebody's going to compete, Netflix isn't going to die, but if there's someone that wanted to compete with Netflix, this is going to stop it. They're never going to get it done.
Because that's happened in the last 3 fucking years?
But you're putting your faith in the same entity that destroyed Napster.
Yeah.
To help out the little internet-based business?
Mm-hmm.
Like...
Well, I mean, it's all, and they also don't understand that the reason why these companies are able to get away with this shit is because the government allows them to in the first
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, they do.
Because they allow it to.
Yes.
Because they got their fucking hand in it too.
Yep.
Look at Disney. Disney's going to launch its streaming service. They're not going to be any small names competing with Disney or Netflix.
Nope.
Disney will be competing with Netflix, and Disney will destroy Netflix.
Yep.
That's
They
just
will.
the fucking way to, especially if they get this passed
Yeah.
and they fucking actually get the assets to Fox like they just bought. Like that's crazy.
They'll destroy it.
It'll be fucking a nightmare.
Yep.
And and you ain't gonna be worried about no little guy because no little guy will ever be able to compete ever.
Netflix's
net neutrality or not.
Netflix's biggest originals are owned by half Disney.
Yeah.
Like that's not boding. It's not looking well for Netflix.
No.
Just because of Disney.
No.
If Disney wants them gone, they'll get them gone.
I guarantee goddamn to you, Netflix wants net neutrality. They want they want their bacon saved as as much as possible.
Well,
they ain't gonna. They're done anyway. They're done.
If they lose all the Marvel,
I think they're done.
If they lose all the Marvel originals, I don't even know if I'll need Netflix. You know what I mean?
Well, they're gonna have to keep around certain things, but they'll have to pick up on different originals.
They'll have to.
And then they've got some that'll be good, but you'll lose your Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
Because you better believe Disney will pull that shit.
Yep.
So, whatever. People are freaking out over nothing, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And you can call us whatever the fuck you want. You can call us stupid and uneducated like everybody else does on the internet. I don't give a fuck. Nothing's going to come of this. Ever. Like, it's not. And if some isolated incident comes up, it'll be taken care of just like it always has been in the past.
Yep.
And nothing ever big's going to come out of it. Everybody's freaking out over nothing, just like everybody always does about everything.